Hey, well, today is Put on Purple Day for Lupus Awareness, and I've asked my friends, family, Facebook friends, all to post pictures of themselves wearing purple in support. And I've also asked some to, post videos about why they wear purple for lupus. The first video I saw this morning when I woke up was Jessica Artist. Hey, Butterfly. And it was a good feeling. You made my face leak, so you know I'm gonna get you for that, right? Okay. But on a serious note, I wear purple because I have lupus, but lupus does not have me. I was diagnosed on July 5th, 2005. I was diagnosed by my dermatologist. I didn't expect that, didn't see that coming. I had just graduated from Norfolk State University with my master's degree in criminal justice, and I had a rash on my arm, a rash that was actually being very persistent and didn't want to go away. So my family practice told me to go to the dermatologist. I went to see Dr. Quarles, and Dr. Quarles looked at my arm and said, I know what this is, but he needed to do a skin biopsy. He cut me. I won't have it. I've never been cut before. So, But, my mom went with me to that visit, and then maybe like a week later, we got the results back on July 5th. And my line sister Jerry went with me, and I remember sitting in that room as he was telling me that I have this thing called lupus. Both of us were trying to keep strong faces on for each other. You don't want to break down in front of your friend. Your friend's trying to be strong for you and not break down in front of you. Um, and we crack jokes. Jerry's good about cracking jokes to get me to laugh. And so, when I get home, I did exactly what everybody usually does. I Googled. I don't know why I did that. When you Google, and lupus, and you hear all these horror stories about dying and this happening to you, that happening to you, this being affected, that being affected, it's hard for someone who's always been so energetic, able to multitask and do so many things at one time, very active, athletic, energetic, it's like, nah, not me. We got the wrong person. Well, as time went on, then they thought it was just discoid lupus, and I had a rude awakening when I found out that it was actually systemic lupus. Systemic lupus is the form of lupus that pretty much anything is fair game, and I had to learn that the hard way. Anything is fair game in the sense that it it can attack your organs, your skin, your blood, and so I ended up in the hospital January 11th, 2006. I remember because it's my son's birthday, and I had pneumonia and a pulmonary embolism, and so they admitted me to the hospital. Me being me, I'm like, okay, give me some Robitussin and make it better, send me home. I wasn't planning on being in nobody's hospital, you know. But it was like, no, people gotta wear masks, you gotta be careful around you, because they're more a danger to you than you are to them. I'm like, okay. So I spent about a good 2-3 weeks in the hospital. Got released. Guess what? Went right back in the hospital. Um, that time, my lupus had progressed to the point where I had meningitis and a mild stroke. Yeah, looking at me, you can't tell, right? I know. Well, that's the other thing about lupus. looking at someone that has lupus, you'll probably like, oh, you don't look like anything's wrong with you. You don't look sick. When someone could tell me what sick looks like, okay, but I don't have to look how I feel. Um, that year 06 was just rough for me, so many ways, but I'm blessed and thankful because God kept me the whole time. He kept me. You know how you say, oh, you got plans to do this, you got plans to do that. Well, tell God what your plans are. I had my sister with me, my mom, my line sisters, my chapter sorors, and that's me from New Zealand Chapter Justice Signal Davis Award Incorporated. I gotta make y'all smile. Sometimes people just too serious. But they stepped up and they helped out, especially at a time when my family really needed help. That April, my sister passed away, and we didn't expect that to happen. We had just had a birthday dinner for her in March because I just got out of the hospital, and she was pregnant with my niece, and I thought I was going to be the one. I said, I remember telling her and my mom, we was on three-way conversation, that at least I know where I'm going to die from, And we all cried, boo-hooing. And God called my sister home in April. I didn't handle it well. I passed out, got hospitalized, had a major epilepsy attack, and wasn't able to attend her funeral. But my sorors, my family, all of them did. And that was like, whew. They came to see me in the hospital, of course. Well, let's just say, but God. But God, He got me through. I had a strong church family. Pastor Green, Antioch Baptist Church, they there for me. They helped me get through. So after being hospitalized, from the hospital to nursing home to home health rehab, to the point where I could finally be in the house by myself, when I could finally drive myself around. Coping with losing not just my sister, but later on, that fall, lost my uncle, my great uncle. Everybody has that great uncle that you just tag along with everywhere. That special uncle. I've lost him to prostate cancer. So men, please get checked. Please. And I often ask, like, why, God? Why? You taking everybody from me? And every time you ask God why, He sends you a message. You just gotta open that door and be willing to let Him in your life and listen to Him. And He needed them. He needed them for something bigger. Something that I couldn't even tell you. And it ain't for me to know. But it's something bigger. Well, moving forward, okay. it got to be hard. I didn't want to be home. I wanted to work. I was getting better, getting stronger, and a lot of people was worried about taking a chance on hiring someone with illness that is chronic and there's no cure for. You wouldn't believe all the things that someone with lupus or any other chronic illness, cancer, whatever, go through just to try to get life insurance, the medical insurance, um, anything. And I got denied for disability. People say, oh, well, go apply for disability. Oh, guess what? The judge told me, you're educated, you got a master's degree, and that word. But you look, well, not word, but phrase, but you don't look sick. You look fine to me. Denied. I didn't let that bother me. I kept on pressing forward, finding little different jobs to do with no problem. It wasn't, in my field, but then God be working. He's always working. And notice I continue to give him the glory because he's the one that deserves all the glory for everything that I've gone through, everything he's teaching me. It's all him. I got a job working where I work. And I, that individual know who he is. Thank you, because he knew what I was capable of. He knew my drive, ambition, and determination. Thank you. Wow. I know I don't talk so much. I don't think I've ever really shared a lot of this with anyone, to be completely honest. Anyhow, people noticed that I started being vocal and advocating a lot for lupus awareness, and that's because it is near and dear to me, and it is because our resources are so limited. It's hard to, find things with lupus on it. I mean, you go look for cancer, you got cancer, everything. Trust me, that's not to say that cancer is not important or anything like that. I hope you understand, because cancer runs in my family. So that's another one of those illnesses I wish I could just eradicate. It irks my nerves, that we got all this technology and we can't cure a simple illness. Well, it's not so simple, but you can't cure it. We should be able to do something. And this is just me speaking from the heart. I wish that there was something that could be done, for everything. MS in my family, diabetes in my family. I mean, all these things, and I can't take on all of them, but I definitely try to make sure I help with all of them. Alzheimer's. My grandmother has early onset Alzheimer's. So you see, I got my hands in a lot of different areas. But lupus, I guess, is like the one that's standing out because it's the one that is so mysterious. People don't really know much about. And awareness is important because it disguises itself as so many different things that when you go to the doctor, unless they do this particular test, which is an ANA test, you could go on being misdiagnosed and mistreated for so many different illnesses. I mean, look at me. I thought I had contact dermatitis, and it wasn't. So you have to know the symptoms. You have to know that there is this illness out there that can disguise itself as so many things. And it can be deadly to you. I just don't dwell on that. Because he got me. The other thing is, I couldn't do a lot of activities with my line sisters. I might miss a boat ride. I might miss a Mardi Gras. I might miss a Greek celebration. Or it's like, okay, well, she was just at sorority meeting, or she was just here, but she can't come do this. Honestly, when I'm doing things, a lot of times it's taking a whole lot of energy out of me. But I just keep pushing through because stuff has to be done, and I have to try to balance. And I'm still learning and working on that. I'm trying to balance things out, you know, so that I don't overdo it for myself. Because I have a tendency that when I go hard for something, I go hard. I just don't believe in, excuse my French, half anything. You know what I mean? So if I'm gonna do something, I go all in and I give it all I got, and I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be right. And just no half stepping. So I don't know how to half step. Um, it was just I was just fortunate enough that I had a support system myself. So I said other people may need that support system because I know what it's like to feel like you're all alone. You don't have anyone to relate to or talk to, and you got this little illness that don't nobody know anything about. But you know they look at you like you said something wrong, like you contagious, and it's like I ain't contagious, man. You more of a threat to me than I am to you. Really? So you know it that the you already going through different emotions, and then you have flare-ups. So the last thing you need is some person saying something ignorant simply because they don't know. And I can't be out with my friends or associates or whatever, or coworkers or whatever, doing something, and if something happens to me, they don't know that I have lupus, then I'm causing more harm to myself by not parting my lips and letting them know what's going on with me. So everybody that's around me, that be around me, they know, okay, Chastity got lupus. So if Chastity go to the emergency room or something happens, you could tell them, well, she has lupus. So they could treat me the way I need to be treated in the hospital. Because if they don't know your history, exactly. So that's why I started speaking out initially, you know, so that people could be aware. So that would eliminate some of the ignorance. Um, so that people could know what to do if they're around me or any other lupus patients. Um, and then from there, me just speaking out, it just opened up a whole new world because people started reaching out to me saying, hey, my aunt has lupus. She's scared. What should she do? Who's a good doctor? Hey, my cousin has it. My niece has it. Chastity, can you talk to this person? And I'm not going to turn anyone away because I know what they feel like. So I reach out to as many people as I possibly can, and I open up and I share with them in hopes that they will pay it forward and share it with somebody else. Um, it's important. I just want to be able to reach back and lift up as many people as I can. Because during this journey, I've grown in so many ways, and God has taken care and blessed me in so many ways that I just want to be a blessing to somebody else. This walk to end lupus now, coming to the Hampton Roads area, it's like major. I'm honored to be the chairwoman. I'm happy that, you know, under that time it was under Jessica Gilbert, the immediate past CEO, that she made it possible for us to have this walk here in Hampton Roads. Because going to Richmond every year was a little taxing on me. And it was just 45-minute drive for me coming from Newport News. So just imagine those that's in Chesapeake, Virginia Beach. It's even farther. But now we have it closer. It's in Hampton Roads. It's in Newport News. The Walk to End Lupus now is on June 13th at Todd Stadium. There's a $25 donation for registration. If you can't walk, please go to newportnewslupuswalk.kintera.org and make a donation. We got over 40,000 people in Virginia alone that are living with lupus. And I'm pretty sure the numbers keep growing and growing because of the misdiagnoses. So people don't know. And we need the resources because they provide educational help. They do summits, forums, support groups, and they even help with assistance for those that need it for medical expenses. And y'all know about my bill. hmm That one shot, $200. So it's serious. Um, it's serious. So please, I don't care if it's $5 that you was about to spend on Starbucks. Donate. Help us reach our goal of $30,000. Right now, we're a little over 18,000. So make a difference in people's lives. That's all I ever want to do. It's not about chastity. It's not about shining. It's not about any of that stuff that brings you glamour. Because it's not glamorous to me. Lupus is not a glamorous disease. For me, it's about helping as many people as I possibly can and to get the awareness out there. Because there's so many of my butterfly brothers and sisters that need your support. Thank you. L's up.